Hello, everyone. Welcome to the bonus stream, I suppose. Give me a minute to boot the game, and then we'll take over this lovely picture of the masterful cat and the very tired human. It's Sunday night. I don't normally stream on days like today, but I was feeling restless and just kind of wanted to stream. So here I am, waiting for Remnant 2 to load because it's just giving me a black screen for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm waiting for it. It's like slightly frozen. Seems unusual. Steam has been giving me some trouble all day today, honestly. Like just clicking on my desktop shortcut for it, or not desktop, but the start menu shortcut that I have for it, wasn't working at all. And then like all sorts of strange things. But all right, here we go. As you can hear from the noise, it's loading. Though why it's not capturing is another question. What's going on here? This is quite strange. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh boy, I hope this isn't a sign of bad things to come. But yeah, I guess I was just kind of feeling restless and like I wanted to do something. And the things that were in my head as far as like what I should do are three, I suppose. One is to farm Neurofest, because today is the last day of it. But I have about 230 boxes unlocked, so I'm not really too concerned about it. I think I'm doing fairly well, so I'm not going to do that. And then the other idea that I had was to program on stream a little bit, because as I mentioned on Friday, was it? I think on Friday, Friday or Thursday, I've been thinking about maybe making something that reads RSS and grabs manga or torrent kind of collector or those kinds of fun things and what have you. I was just kind of thinking about that and doing something like that. I did have my editor open earlier today, my IDE, because I was doing a couple small corrections or small fixes to my my file sorting program that I showed you all the other day. I added a refresh button because, well, honestly, probably the reason why I'm at least somewhat restless today is because I sit all day, every day, pretty much. But like yesterday, I sat for a long time doing nothing. Specifically, I've been using the program that I made to sort my files, because there's about 37,000 images that I want to arrange and classify and curate and put into subfolders and such so they're easy for me to find. And yesterday I went through about 7,500 of them. So it was a lot of work. I sat in front of my computer, like arrow keys and enter keys, an occasional click, for like 6 or 7 hours, basically just data entry. And I got 7,500 files sorted into a nice place and ended up with like 120 folders so far. You know, directories to put things into and what have you. And it's been going great. But there's still 30,000 files left for me to sort. So this is going to be like a multiple day, like month-long process or something. I don't know. It's all going to be like when I have the time for it and etc. And at the end of it, I'm going to have a very, very nice curated library of stuff, which I'm going to be quite happy about for sure. But in the meanwhile, it is a lot of work. And apparently it inspires wanderlust or restlessness in me, because I just really want to do something else with my time that wasn't like farming or moving pictures around. So here I am, playing Remnant again. I thought about playing Etrian Odyssey too. Like, you know, just mixing things up a bit. We good? Apparently we're good. Well, look at me being stealthy. Maybe I should take out the Widowmaker. Oh no, somebody just saw me, right? Oh yeah, he definitely saw me. Maybe? Maybe not. I kind of wish there was a rangefinder on this so I could tell if I was in the ideal range or not for this lad. But honestly, I'm not really here to progress my game too far. I'm more here to just chat with you all and kind of work my brain out a little bit. So, but I was before streaming, or before going live today rather. Sound like it came from behind me. Nope, apparently not. Oh, he took it for his friend. Wow, and those were awful. Alright. I need all the little guys to be dead so I can take care of this guy. Very nice, sir. Oh, my space buddies are doing their jobs, huh? Oh, he did do the third strike. There we go. Oh, I should have waited for the second one. Oh, he just resisted that. Interesting. Sorry, I'm enjoying this fight with him. I like that. That was nice. Also, you can see I'm practicing the neutral dodge. So, anyways, I'll just let my health regenerate naturally, I guess, because I'm gonna be taking things slow today in case it wasn't obvious. I suppose I could go unlock the boss. Pretty cool. Gotta love the hunter's mark. Almost wish I could almost use the shroud for this stuff right now. That would make it harder to find enemies. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something else. I was talking through some thoughts. Oh, right, coding projects and those kind of things. The reason why I didn't decide to do a coding project today, while it would be fun, I tend to get absorbed into them. And when I made the file sorting program that I've been using for my image curation, or classification, I should say, I stayed up all night, basically. It was last Friday, I had it off, and I like started it around like 9 or 10 at night or so, because that's when the motivation found me, and I decided to, you know, seize the moment, and I was up until 7 a.m. 7:30, I think, actually. But I was up all night, basically, because I was having fun, because I do really enjoy it. I know that, like, it's not everyone's thing. It's definitely not everyone's thing, but like when I get into the zone and I'm working on something, I have like a clear vision of what I want to make and everything like that.
Here they come.
It's just wonderful. Wait, are you all really not going to notice? Can I guess not. Oh, there's that is the one like bad part about the hunter's mark, I suppose, is that it can be easy to tell that you know, you can't actually see that. Is there a big guy coming? Yeah, there is. Yep. Oh, okay. This is going to be an interesting test of the neutral dodge for sure. Oh shit. I went straight backwards instead of to the side. Like a fool. Like a foolish fool that Von Karma would whip. Anyway. But yeah, I get really into it when I code and I have an idea that I want to make a reality. And it's a lot of fun. It's like the most engaging experience for my brain and I love it. But you gotta have a good idea to like get the neurons flowing and everything. And so when I don't quite have an idea, or the idea is kind of half-cocked, it doesn't really work as well. So, and when it comes to like streaming programming, I want to have at least some idea of what I'm doing before I do it. I could have maybe streamed playing around with the Pete Eater website a little bit some more, which I did finally add the custom domain name to, by the way. If you would like to see the site or go into the little labyrinth code that I was making on stream before and fiddle or see it for yourself, it's peteater.space is the domain name, and that will take you to it. But and you can read the blog post there about the file sort that I made, if that kind of thing interests you. I'm probably going to keep expanding that website and enjoying myself a little bit with it, I think. But wasn't as far back as I thought it was. Where's the guy that patrols? Does he only come out here if I get... Alrighty then. That's some absurd damage I've got going on. Where's the big boy? There he is. Trying to take off his armor plate. Two can play at that game, my friend. Go ahead, keep walking towards me, it's fine. I think he just put it out with dirt. I think that was the fastest... Oh, it homes slightly. The fastest I've taken down one of those guys. Yay, dot damage. I'll take care of all the lads in there after I grab this stuff from here. Or he'll drop down by himself. Oh. Very nice. So, I know I've mentioned it at least twice now on stream. I still haven't watched that video that explains how the damage scaling works in this game. But it does kind of make me want to swap my greatsword out for that fancy sword that we got from Narud. Because it is a low level, and then that will probably make my hunter's rifle even more powerful. Aren't they... Was it here that they were up in the sky? No? Alright. I'll go on this way. This time. Last time I went the other way. But, yeah. Speaking of Neo Cities, the Pete Eater space is currently hosted there, in case it wasn't obvious. But I was exploring today a little bit. I tweeted out a couple of the interesting sites I found. There were tons that I wanted to just share. So I was sending links to various little websites to multiple friends, like one to each, so I could at least share all of them and not like overwhelm a single person with links. All right, this is where there's like 4 of them, right? Oh yeah, there you are.
Okay, this is it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Still another one up there, right? Nice. You want to throw your thing, and then the space lads can get it? Thanks. Why is he not running? I'm clicking the button down. It's just not working. Come on, lad. Very nice. Now send your disgusting heart at me. And pull! Oh, I missed. Oh fuck, it's on me, it's on me. It latched onto my thigh, it looked like. Or my ankle, perhaps. Which is too bad, because it was nearly gone. Oh, you know what I probably should have done? I should have fired my alternate mod down and got the fire and then let myself on fire. That would maybe would have damaged the heart enough to kill it. Though it probably would have still exploded and killed me. But, you know, you do what you can. Or, well, I mean, I didn't, but if I had thought about it sooner, then I would have. I had something else that I was going to say. Oh, right. I think the other day when I was talking about little programming projects for fun, I was thinking specifically about a torrent downloader that would read RSS feeds and then download the torrents and preferably start them so that I could get somebody to download anime for me on an automatic basis. Though there's plenty of things that do it already, but it's fun to make one yourself, you know? Can I get both of them? No. Your health bar shows up. Does that mean your ideal range? Probably. There's a guy like up, right? He knows I can see him, right? No, he doesn't. I hear you. Wait, I have a red. I think that's part of him right there. But I can't see his head. There we go. Don't fire till you see the reds of their necks. I guess.
Bag's full.
Which side is it going to come from? Left? No, not left. That's his friend. No, come on now. Why are you coming from behind when I was shooting the guys on the other side? Alright. I suppose it doesn't matter that much, but what the... Oh, it's... Wait, you're not big boy. Oh boy. Oh! Lad. Get him, my brethren. Thank you very much. But yeah, I thought about maybe making a simpler application first, because I ended up on the BitTorrent protocol Wikipedia page and then onto a different site that had more about the specs, and then looking at a couple of different implementations, one in Scala and another in a different language, and it was interesting, but also felt a bit much, like a little bit like I didn't quite want to dig too deep in it yet. Tell you what, you can have those, and you can have those, and I will wait. Right. Oh, my shield's not back yet. I was planning on using that to heal. Yep. Back here. I just want to hit you with my sword, man. I know I'm kind of repeating work that I've done previously, but like I said before, I'm not really trying to necessarily advance my file super far. Already, was there stuff over here? I know the ring is back the other way, but oh, hi. Alright, I hear the anger. Ah, I see the anger. I'm just gonna let him do that. You mind throwing your ball? Good. Wait, where did you just throw it? Oh, somewhere I couldn't see. It's fine though. Where's the... There we go. Thank you very much.
Oh, damn, is it over?
Yes. I was kind of hoping for long gun ammo, honestly, but it's fine. No worries. Think. What is that weird crinkly crumply noise? Huh. It's very rooty right here. Like I said, I know I already explored this all, but I have a bad memory, so forgive me while I go over it again for fun. That and I'm just kind of collecting scrap. I always want to upgrade. Maybe I should give it a try for a little bit. It was a spectral blade, right? Yeah, the thing with the cool whirlwind. I wonder if that would be good against the tentacles in the boss fight that I have upcoming. Though, to be honest, I like my greatsword quite a bit, but one of the reasons why I like my greatsword is I have that one mutator attached to it that gives me a shield, which is certainly handy. Though I will say I'm probably going to end up swapping to my repeater because we're going to want root lash.
Not enough room.
Though, you know, obviously I'll give it a solid attempt. With my current loadout. Right, this one. Nothing like a staircase to really trigger the fear. What the? Oh, it's alarm. Fair enough. Oh, okay. I guess I will not be taking that ladder up. Oh boy. Fair enough. Oh, hello. Satisfying. Like, I don't know what the heck it is that comes flying out of them, because it's definitely not blood. But I do enjoy. It's got like just the right amount of oomph to it to just be satisfying. Did I just get? Good crabs. They kind of function like, to some extent, they function as early warnings as well.
That's it.
Oh, well, that's no good. Not sure what you want me to do about that. Good. Get him. Yeah. Good guys. Good little buddies.
Holy hell.
Ow. Rude.
Looks like I'm full up.
Guess I really need to start using the shotgun a bit more. Or I suppose really you just get more up and close with people, I guess. He doesn't see me. I don't think I can actually. Oh, I actually did hit him. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. So. Okay, that's the sound of something angry. And I don't know what type of anger we're gonna have, but I'm hoping it's not the one that throws its heart. It's not. Get him, lads. They really work out well, don't they? I love the space grabs. They're so good. They're good for like harassment. Like harassing the enemies, keeping them off guard. Also like as enemy notification, like when you don't see them, the grab AI still sees them and starts to go after them. It's just lovely. And if you look past their slightly creepy exterior, you can see that they love you. Oh hi. Actually, you're kind of close. Come on, get back here. I don't know why you're getting so far away from me. Hoo, lad. 1, 2. Oh, oh. 1, 2. 1. Why won't this thing come off? 1, 2. There we go. Oh boy. I like fighting those guys. They're fun to fight. Mainly because of the neutral dodge. Though I gotta start retaliating properly, like on the second one when they don't have a wind-up attack afterwards, hitting them with the evade smack. Did I just go backwards? Yes. Yes, I did. I got all kinds of turned around there. Anyway. Yeah. So the other idea that I was thinking about was making... I guess my brain is just thinking about RSS feeds recently for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's kind of because they're the currency of like getting automated like updates about things you care about to some extent without actually having to like have an account on stuff. And you'd be surprised at how much random crap is powered by something as archaic feeling as RSS feeds. But they're good. And certain manga sites, we won't name names, but certain manga sites have RSS feeds for their respective series that are made available there, so you can tell when an update comes in and everything. Death by ass shot. Anyone?
All right, come and get some.
Oh yeah, there's more than one. It's one crab to rule them all. There's a guy to my left, isn't there? It's gonna make it hard for them to come at me. Oh, except for this guy. This guy has no problems, doesn't he? Oh, a little bit too soon. Beautiful. Look at that. Got him with the evade hit. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, anyway. I think I'll go trigger this boss fight now so I don't have to fight through all these lads again. But so the Arthas feeds, right? And it's not that hard to set up like an image viewer, basically, in Java Swing. Tentacles. Whee! I get to see the cutscene now that I didn't get to see before. Oh. That hat or hair? This kind of looks like hair. Well, that's rude. Good thing I have that shield up. It's like a big version of the other ones. Okay. I guess we're just not. Okay. I guess I tapped it a little bit too late there. Just a tad too late. Not all late, but just a tad. I'm gonna keep trying it with this combo. I don't think this is the best combo of weapons to go at it with, but I'm gonna do it. Come on, lads. Oh, you didn't just die to... Oh, no.
Shit.
Oh, that's lame. Well done. Oh, you got the same 3-hit move as the other guy. Where's your weak spot, though? Oh boy, that wasn't what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. That was way too early. Oh, okay. tentacles.
Damn it.
Ooh, oh, okay. Spawn behind me that one, don't you? Rude. Should give me time to heal. Okay. And there's the third. No third hit that time, huh? Ouch. Tentacles again? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get like bitch slapped from behind. Oh boy. Okay. Get up, get up, get up. Oh, oh, you asshole. I thought I had the dodge there because I did press the A button, but I guess it was too late. Still, it's holding my own. They nearly got him down, so that wasn't too bad at all. And honestly, this combination is working surprisingly fine. I just wish that I didn't waste my my first bunch of friends on the wrong side of the wall. Get over here, lady. Oh, she didn't do the third. Oh, okay, I guess she just delayed it. Or maybe it depends on where you are in relation. There's the third hit. Okay, now comes the tentacles. Okay, rude. I guess I'm too focused on the one just sitting there, I guess.
Looking good.
Trying to heal. Hey Dapkind, how's it going? Oh, that didn't work. Come here. Ow, God. Why do you do so much damage? One, two, three. One, two, three. Waiting for that third hit. Oh boy. Yeah, how you like them spacecrafts, lad? Come on. Oh ho, ho, ho. One with a melee hit. Right before he got me.
Whoa, how's that, huh? You ain't so tough. Yeah, you ain't so bad.
There we go. That was a good one. That was a fun fight. Nice and relaxing forest walk. Some nice what are these, fungus? Some nice fungus. Waterfalls, all sorts of nice sorts of things. It's a lovely, lovely place. Can go over here, do some meditation under the waterfall. Maybe recite a sutra or something. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Good stuff. What's in the chest? Let's grab it. Always happy to get galvanized iron though. Anything to further upgrade my rifle for funsies. But yeah, how's your weekend been? Because mine's been pretty decent overall. I don't normally stream on Sunday Bunday, but sometimes you just want to stream and just enjoy yourself a little bit. And while I didn't really plan on getting like too much further in my Remnant file, I knew there was a chance that if I played that I'd go and beat the crap out of the boss. And that's exactly what I just did, so I figured I'd capture it on stream at the very least. Not that we don't already have that boss fight captured, because I did fight it with my brother and my friend. So, we've seen 3 people on that boss before, but not 1 on that boss. Which is what that just was, which honestly, like some of these fights... So I feel like they're good to do with people, like the first time, because then like you have a bit more leeway in dying, because you'll die, but then your ally will res you and that kind of thing, which is nice, and kind of helps you learn the fight a little bit. And then you can apply that knowledge. There we go. You can apply that knowledge to taking it on single player. I suppose you can also, go vice versa there. Travel through the far woods to the Widow's Court. No, looks like I'm going the right way then, I guess. Very nice. How much scrap do I have? A good amount. Pretty good amount. I'm wondering if I should... I don't know. I could just keep doing AoE. It's really hard to decide what to spend these trait points on. Because I really don't feel like I have good traits to spend it on. Or at least nothing that actually feels substantial. I mean, stamina and health are, but they're already maxed, so... There's not a whole lot to go there. But, thank you. It was tempting to, like, just play a random game today. When I was feeling like streaming but didn't really know what to do. Because I do have quite a few games that are just sitting there waiting for me to play them. Including ones that I started before on stream but didn't get back to yet, like Call of Cthulhu, which I am going to get back to. I promise I will. But it's just going to take some time. Because some games are day one purchases. Like this game, actually. This game is a day one purchase. Despite my complaints that I have for some aspects of it, and my gripes with what I perceive as laziness by the developers, and shortcuts and other things, it is at its heart a very enjoyable 3-player co-op experience. As well as just kind of fun in general. So, I don't regret getting it on my first day. Just trying to get their attention. You all gonna come down here, or? I actually use my shotgun and we can pretend it's duck hunt. I think there's still another flyer up there, right? There are 4? Nice place. I suppose I might as well just complete my map and go over this way and go to the edge of that little cliff. I doubt there's anything over here, but just in case. But yeah, I plan on getting back to Call of Cthulhu. Whether I get back to it immediately or not is an open question. Oh. Doesn't this almost look like you should be able to climb it? It's just like right here. If I jump at it, does anything happen? No. Alright. Oh, okay, I get hurt. That's what happens. So, I don't know if I'll get back to Call of Cthulhu right away, because I have like needy streamer overload in my queue of games that I want to play, and I think that'll be a really fun game to play on stream. I think. I'm not really sure, but I think it would be fun. The only thing is, I don't know if it has any voice acting or not, so I don't know if it's going to be a lot of reading, which is why I've been holding off on it, because we currently have the reading portion of the stream covered by Ace Attorney, because good lord, is there a lot of reading for that game. Not that I mind, I really enjoy it, and it gives me a chance to do really, really awful British accents. Roly boys? Roly boys. Go get them, boys. Get him! Yes! Good crabs. That a, oh. Yes, it is a defiler. What's going on here? Oh. Oh, okay. It's from the defiler, that's all. I thought we had some weird kind of fruit that I need to learn about. You know, beyond this fruit. Oh, the smart thing would have probably been to blow that up. That would have probably at least killed one of the rollies. I guess this would have been the better path. But yeah, I think Needy Streamer Overload could be an interesting stream. There's more than one endings, and I doubt that I would go through and get more than one of them. But it'd be kind of fun to see where we end up. Kind of like how when I played through that the Swedish game. I think it was Swedish. The game where you play as a king in Europe with your daughters that you marry off for political reasons. As you, not as you will it. What was it? It was a name like that, though. It was a good indie game. I enjoyed it, but I know that it has more than one ending, and I did not go through the efforts of getting the ending, and I'm okay with that. There are some games that Darn, I was hoping putting it there would make it so they didn't actually see it. I'll do this instead. That works pretty well. What is that noise? Was it? Oh, it's the crabs. They're fighting something for me. And triggering the anger of a defiler or something. Oh, they're everywhere. That was an odd number so far of the rollers, though, right? Don't they normally come in pairs? Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
While I don't claim to be a smart individual, I do claim to be a person who can at least pattern match a little bit. I really don't like you. I see you trying to hit me. Why are the deer such assholes? Is this going to trigger an enemy? Nope, surprisingly. Relic dust, though. Happily take that. It wasn't As You Will, so As You Will, the King commanded, or it's bothering me that I can't remember the name of that indie game that I played. Hold on. Like I said, it's bothering me. Let me just look at my list of games that are marked as beaten. There's a number of them. There really are. Hold on. I'll find it. I swear I will. Oh, you know what game I was thinking about the other day? Actually. I was thinking about this game. It's not let me just make it bigger. Raider Sphere 4th is what I'm thinking of. This game right here. Really, like, it's that one was fun. And the reason why I was thinking about it was because of someone in a Discord server was asking for suggestions for like emojis and stuff, and I went to go grab a couple things from Neptunia, because the people in that server love Neptunia a lot, and I figured I'd go grab some of my screenshots because I had some pretty good faces, right? And when I was looking, I noticed in my sorted screenshots folder that I had my Raider Sphere 4th ones, and was reminded of the existence of the main character. This one right here, and of course the Nobuyuki, and his fun face as well, and just it gave me a little bit of nostalgia for that game because it's a flight simulator, like dogfighter game, and a lot of fun. Besides, I remember some of the levels were really quite difficult. Yes, Your Grace. That was the name of the game I was thinking of. The indie game. Yes, Your Grace. That's what it was. Fun game. But like I said, that one has multiple endings and I only ever got one of them. And I'm okay with that. So similar, needy streamer overdose would also be the same, probably. I know there's more than one. And unless I got like the world's most heinous ending, and it was easy to get a different one, I'd probably stick with it. Excuse me. So, I also picked up the first, what's it, Danganronpa? I always want to say like Danganronpa or something. I can't remember. Oh, really? Come on. How did you hear that? Like, it's not that loud. Come on. That? Blue. Didn't my friend last time I was playing Remnant and chatting with him mentioned a blue tree? Hello, purple. Oh, I saw the flyer. Terrible shot. Well, there's one, there's two. A wax sealed ring. Oh. Oh, they're like pretty beefy. Wow, good. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but it works. Where are you? Wait, he didn't die, did he? He didn't like kamikaze, right? I guess his friend died, so now he's mad? Weird. Okay, so the blue's over there. I'm gonna go this way first. I think. It looks like it... I'm assuming this is a dead end. And it doesn't, like, connect up to anything at all. So it would just be... hopefully a chest or something pleasant like that. Or violence. That's... it's also fine. But yeah, so, you know, games to play that aren't these ones. I really do enjoy Ace Attorney. It's a lot of fun, but it does like preoccupy the stream a lot since they like each case takes like a week to do, and I know probably some of that is just the fact that I only stream for like 2 hours at a time or so, but I'm an old man, I suppose. I get tired easily. And 2 hours of streaming is typically enough for me to call it good. Alright then. Moving right along. I don't think there was anything around here, right? Oh yeah, no, there was just that. So we're good. Cool. I'll head the other way now. I'm glad that this was a dead end. Just the way I like it. I'll go across the bridge this time just to fill out the map. Alright, so here's that blue tree my friend was talking about. So there's someone here where I can give that ring to, I think. If I want to, which I probably do. Killing blow increase range and melee damage by 4% for 15 stacks 3 times. So 12%. Killing blows though. Does that mean something specific? Yeah, I can definitely get rid of Tears of Killer. I don't care about relic capacity right now. Oh, checkpoint. Alright. I'll hit the checkpoint first. Ow! Oh, you shit! I thought there was like a blue bird or something to greet me. Not an annoying little flying one. Oh, hello.
What summons me from my ethereal wanderings? Muzar.
What?
What kind of beast is this?
The confused kind.
I see. You gaze upon verdant Myrdra, spirit of the wood, nymph of the dappled glade.
Oh.
I seek the knowing, beast, the truth of nature held within your ark. You want to answer, so I will ask. Answer these questions true, sweet beast, so that your ark may be known and your eye may open. And do choose wisely. Answer from your heart.
Okay.
You and 4 of your kin cross a mountain range to return to your homeland. Unknowingly, you set camp on another clan's sacred burial ground.
Whoops.
In recompense, the clan requires you to leave your eldest with them for 2 years.
That's weird.
No harm will come to them, but you may have no contact during that time. If you agree, you and the rest of your kin may leave freely. If you refuse, your family must face a trial by combat. Do you leave your eldest to the unknown, or risk death in battle?
Are we talking about my character would do, or what I would do is the question. I mean, it seems like a weird deal, not gonna lie. Like, why would you leave your eldest? I feel like they'd end up going native or something on you, you know? Like, you'd come back 2 years later and they don't want to leave anymore because they've settled down. And you're like, well, what the heck, man? We've been waiting for you. Or you can just murder the entire clan. I mean, given our character and how they keep, you know, murdering everything to solve the problems, probably fight, I suppose.
You'd be surprised how little I hear that response.
Oh.
It has been prophesied that your son would someday bring about a great calamity. Because of this prophecy, a warlord tried to kill him when he was just an infant.
This is named Moses.
Now that your son is grown, he believes the prophecy to be true. He courageously plans to give himself up to the warlord to save the world from the foretold calamity.
Well, that's nice of
Do
him.
you allow your son to sacrifice himself? Or stop him in order to save his life?
I mean, is it true? I think I'll let my son do his thing.
What fun this is! A handsome and powerful god visits Yasha with the promise to eradicate conflict, disease, and all suffering.
Oh, is his name Genus?
In return, he demands a sacrifice, the life of a single young Pan. Do you give him what he asks?
I mean, isn't this what we're doing right now with Clementine and the Keeper and all that business? Because the Keeper was like, you got to go murder the world guardians or whatever. Murder the guardians, save the universe. Alternatively, if you have the option to refuse, then maybe, I don't know. We'll sacrifice it, I suppose.
Your village suffers from a terrible goon.
Like a goon? What do you mean, like an angry person?
No longer stand. All who have tried to reason with him have ended up the same way.
Bring him beyond the shed.
Do you aid the victims or attempt to destroy the goon? You cannot do both.
Well, I mean, you stop the problem at its source.
Fascinating. You lead a mountain expedition that is stranded in the lofty reaches. Your retinue includes a family of 6. with
Oh
an
boy, Donner
inherited
Party time.
Nutrient deficiency. One individual's kidneys contain large amounts of this nutrient. The family can be saved if you remove this individual's kidneys to extract the nutrients.
What?
The would-be donor is opposed to this plan. They will not die, but their health will be forever compromised. Do you save the family, or do you let the family suffer by sparing the unwilling donor?
What? This is a weird fucking question. So wait, so there's an unhealthy family, and you can provide nutrients to them? She didn't really say that they were healed. I think I'll keep the healthy donor around.
Well done. You have chosen your path, sweet beast. Your will is strong. The fire of the Ravager's eye glows within you.
That doesn't seem like a good thing. New trait bloodstream. Receive an alignment reading from Major. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Huh?
In the eye of every being, there are 2 eyes. We may see out of either, but most favor one over the other. The Ravager's eye is dynamic, driven, and endlessly hungry. Yet for all its power, its vision is clouded. The eye of the Ravager rarely sees beyond its own satiation. Like an animal chasing its tail, it knows no rest. The doe's eye sees only what is before it. The gift of the doe is subtle, easily missed. It is a most mysterious presence inside oneself, conferring power without force, just as the doe itself cannot be sought, nor tracked, nor hunted. By answering true, sweet beast, you give me a wink, and now the gifts of your dominant eye will be open to you.
Oh, well, thanks.
Would you care to hear a tale? It is about those who see as you do.
Sure.
I will tell you the tale of Belgov, who also saw with the Ravager's eye. Belgov lived in the era before the Root first bedeviled the Pan and nipped at their hairy hooves. Belgov was Drinkmaster of Flint, a village beyond the hill. One day, when Belgov was traveling far afield, Flint was raided by bandits.
How unfortunate.
They laid waste to every soul, old and young.
And Belgov went to
Belgov
get
returned
revenge.
to find everyone he cared for watering the soil with their blood. Well, Belgov tapped his store of spirit, filling Growler and Jeroboam by the gaggle, and he hoofed himself to my grove.
What did that sentence just
Where lies
mean?
the bandit's lair? He demanded. His eye was open, and I had no reason to deceive him. At my direction, Belgov tintinabulated to their den. There, he smashed
There's a
jug on his
vocab word.
horns and struck Flint with steel, and Belgov was reborn as a flaming figure of vengeance. He charged into the bandit's lair, hoof over hand, and in his enemy's bosom, the remaining stock of spirit took spark with explosive result. Some consider this a waste of life. For could not Belgov have traveled elsewhere and rebuilt what he had lost? But I'll tell you this. Flynn's sister village stood free from bandit attacks for many years after that day. Belgov's blaze of glory saved it. He died with the Ravager's eye open and no mercy in his heart. Terrible waste to drink, though. Before we go any further, I must ask. I sense you carrying something. Something that belonged to my sister.
Oh,
That ring. Why do you have it?
I found it in an old temple. I killed a root monster and took it.
It is my sister's ring. This can only mean one thing.
She dead.
You killed her. The mortal misunderstands. What you destroyed was not my sister. Not as I knew her. The root had consumed her. She suffered in that form. You have freed her on behalf of all of my sisters. Thank you. Keep her ring and treasure it with our gratitude.
Nah, you can have it.
Truly? Thank you, sweet beast. You will be forever honored among us. However, I cannot let you go empty-handed. You should have this. Now, what can
Handgun.
I do for you?
I don't know.
Is there anything else? Knowledge of me? Of our wonderful world?
Yeah, who are you?
Stand before Medra, spirit of the natural world, daughter of stem and stream. My sisters and I are the glorious weavers of all wild beauty. When mountain, spring, and sturdy tree trunk take your breath, sweet beast, that is us. That is our blessing. An immeasurable number. Mother stem and mother stream rely on us to sprawl and grow. Though we don't often commune with beasties such as you.
Well, that's rude.
Not in this age. Especially not since what happened to Keula. A tragedy, beast. Tragedy most cruel. Keula was fascinated by mortals, by your lives and stories. Unlike most of us, she made herself no secret. And you worshipped her with your short lives. Even built her a house. A temple, you called it. The root found her there. We godlings are not easily unwoven, however, and it slew her not. but perhaps it would be better if it had. For what remains is no longer the sister I knew. But we hold happy thoughts. Regret only wastes one life with another. Is there something else we can talk about?
Yeah, what your accent?
By day, a dappled glade of emerald branch and golden leaf, carpeted by downy moss. By night, sweet beast, the trees bewitch the lost and inebriated. Or so it was before this age of extermination. How I long to return to play. This age, for me, holds only decay.
I don't know.
Fang and claw be with you.
Sure. Thanks, lady. What's this new weapon she just gave me? Sorrow. Last vestiges of a fallen sister. Mystical crossbow pistol has the ability to recall its bolts to heal the wielder. Oh, that's nice. Recall bolts which deal 30 damage when pulled from a target and when striking targets on their return. Recalled bolts grant 2% of max health. Recalled bolts can also overfill Sorrow by up to +5. Any additional bolts will be returned to reserves. It's kind of cool.
Hello again. Did you forget something?
I just wanted to see if you had any more dialogue.
Very well, sweet beast. Be on your way.
Just wanted to see what the hell she looks like. Glowy eyes, humanoid head, like tree horns / ears, claws, or well, nails that could probably slash you up quite a bit. She doesn't have feet; just has tree nubs, and then some kind of weird tentacle-y thing going on. I mean, she's like made of tree and root, basically, but like nice root, not evil red root like the other thing. So cool though. Press left stick. There it is. Oh, I don't know what it is yet. Okay. Oh, she was nice to talk to. I'm so kind of curious what the heck the like directing on her voice was though. Not gonna lie. Is this something I can open? Nope. It is sealed from the other side. I do like finding NPCs in these games. They're often interesting. The direction on like the delivery of those lines was also interesting. Like, I mean, I get it fit for a godling, I guess, but also some of it was just kind of delivered oddly, I guess is what it felt like. Okay, these look like they're the same thing. Or at the very least, they lead to the same place. So if I just go over, so they're floating, right? And then the mod, using the mod is going to return them to me for maximum health? Or for some percentage of health, rather, I should say. could have ended very poorly. I like the way the bullets look. Also, wow, that was a good amount of damage. Okay.
Here we go.
What the heck is going on here? Whoa, whoa, oh god, I got to press X. Okay, I don't like how that mod took, like... I was trying to use the healing function of my sub-weapon, and it took too long to activate, basically. There you are. Wondering where the heck you went. Thanks. Not the worst, not the best. I know this is backwards, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. This. Yeah, I've been ashamed to miss. Okay. Those are all connected. Is there anything? Is this just death? It doesn't necessarily look like death, but it's also kind of hard to tell if it's life. Because if there's no way to get down there from elsewhere, then I have to conclude that it's death. Pretty close to concluding it's death, though. It doesn't look particularly traversable. So. Phew. Apparently, excuse me. I just noticed because I had Yes Your Grace's Steam page open. Apparently there's a sequel. Let's go this way first.
Here they come.
Where there's one Rolly lad, there's two. Are they flyers? Yeah, they're flyers. Thank God for my lovely, lovely friends. That wasn't so bad. Excuse me. I also spent a little bit of time today just catching up on manga. Specifically, caught up on. I caught up on Made in Abyss. Because I was behind a few chapters there.
This is good.
I'm gonna die from these things. Fuck! I was trying to activate my heal skill, and I rolled so it didn't activate. It's annoying. Is there another Blood Moon Altar crafting? Okay. Well, I can't reach that yet, so. Excuse me. I didn't start at my usual time of streaming because this was kind of an impromptu bonus stream, but I might end it here because that was a. You know when you yawn and you suddenly feel like the weight of your tiredness catch up to you? That's what that yawn was. So I'm gonna pop back to Ward 13 real quick. Excuse me. I don't think there's anything to craft. But I'm gonna double check.
You're back. What did you...
Yeah, no, okay.
We're finished
Nothing.
here.
How goes it?
Oh, it goes fine. Wow, that's a pretty nice bump. 45 to 54. Pretty big. Pretty big if true. Ah, yeah. I'll get a plus 15. Sounds lovely.
You know where to find me.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Before I swap weapons. Man, it's some pretty impressive. And then they come back to you, and now I have 10 in my ammo, or in the hopper. So like that's pretty nice to just be able to have like multiple things like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I mean, 171 is nothing to shake a stick at, you know? Like, that's some pretty good damage. Well, anyway. The only other thing that I'd like to do real quick is just find out what this thing was. Bloodstream. Increase gray health regeneration by 0. See, that sounds great. Except, what are these? Oh, 3 per second. Okay. Thought it was like 3% or something. I was like, wow, why is it so low? But 3% per second is, or 3 per second rather, is pretty nice. So I might start dumping trait points into that rather than you know, amplitude, because that's actually, again, something useful. So that'll be it for now. But thanks for hanging out and chilling while I hunted down root friends and beat that one boss and chatted with the nymph lady. I think that's what she was, right? She was a nymph. And like the wood kind, not the bone kind, as it were. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, everyone. I hope it's all good and pleasant and lots of fun for you. And I'll see you tomorrow for some great Ace Attorney. That's my plan. So, bye for now.